Okay, let's talk about book presses. So there's two options. The first one requires just going to the hardware store, getting some pieces of wood. This was actually a stair tread. You can see how this end is already rounded like this. And you just get it cut down to size. This one is 11 inches. These are about 7 inches. I like the thinner ones. So you have two pieces of wood. You'll have your text block or just the book when you're done. And you'll just use it like this, putting those together, and you'll use bar clamps. And you just this works when you're doing the spine, when you're gluing on your mole and your end bands and everything. And then when you're going to press your book will fit in here as well. And this requires just buying 2 bar clamps and having them cut down the wood. And personally, I like this best because I find it easiest. The other way, to get wood, you need a drill for this. And you'll drill holes into the 4 sides of it. And then you'll get bar clamps, you'll get carriage bolts. So carriage bolt is a really long bolt. These are wing nuts. And so basically, you could already see this is why I don't like this one. So and maybe they come without this. I don't know much about tools, but mine came with this, so I bought these as extra to like push down. So you'll go like this on all 4 of them, and then you'll get your wing nut. And this is probably the cheaper option, I think, just by a little bit, because I think all of these parts together were maybe $10. And then the piece of wood versus, I think it's about $20 for a pair of bar clamps. But I like the bar clamps significantly more because with this, personally, this is annoying, but more importantly, finagling this it just takes a lot longer because there's 4 of them. When you're putting your book in, it's just, I don't know, it takes longer. And I don't like it, but some people do. It's really, really easy. I personally I don't like, it just takes, I have ADD. I'm really impatient, and I'd have to do that 4 times, and whereas I can just squeeze the bar clamps, a couple times. So this is the first one I made, but I exclusively use bar clamps now. However, I still use these boards, and I'll show you for what. So I like to still have the bigger boards. So in the part of the process where right after you've made your case and you want to press it dry, this is just the one that I messed up on, and I use these boards because see, they fit the whole case. So I'll put parchment paper on either side and put my case once I've glued the book cloth onto it, put parchment paper underneath it on top, and then I'll use these boards to press the case, and but I'll still use bar clamps to press it, and they work just fine, even on this big thing. So I'll press my case in this. And this is, you know, real time. What was that, less than 10 seconds to get the whole thing clamped? And that's a good clamp versus minutes of dealing with the screws.